Hi, this is JilliBling. How are you? Today's project is all about the bundle Beautiful Butterflies. And I'm using mostly the stamp set today, but there is a hybrid embossing folder. We'll be using dies for the butterflies and a few other sets just for words and then for the greenery. So here's Beautiful Butterflies. And Layers of Beauty is just for the background stamp. It's not colored in. Well, it's kind of colored in with Wink of Stella. And the dies are Beautiful Butterflies. And this one is linked together, and it's for these shapes right here, which is these two right here. And Layers of Beauty dies. And, oh, we already did Beautiful Butterfly. Layers of Beauty dies are for these, the gold and the Lost Lagoon color. So let me show you this project. Kind of a fun fold. So there's that. See the Stella on this big stamp? And there's that one. There's Stella on the butterfly. And I purposely didn't put Stella on this background one, but it's on the front one. And then just a little something on the inside. And bling. Wink of Stella on this butterfly. So this is today's project. It's not too hard at all. Okay. So if you have a wish list and you're ready to order, I'd love if you could use this host code, and I'll put it in the video description. And we'll be using some embellishments, and these are free in the celebration. Celebration is going on right now, and they call them purple iridescent sequins, purple adhesive back sequins, and these to me look like they're berry burst, kind of fresh freesia, bubble bath, and just plain white. But with the iridescent on it, it picks up all kinds of colors, including pool party. And gold foil. These are the inside pieces. This is for Stampin' the Butterflies. And I have two pieces of Pool Party cut in half, and one of them is just a little bit shorter than the other. Let me put something here so you could see what a small difference. It's shorter, but that's just so that this piece of Pool Party, it will fit into here and it will close and it's flush. Because if you didn't do that little cutoff, this middle piece would be bulked out a little bit, which is fine, but that's just a little extra touch. I think that's maybe a 16th or a 32nd of an inch. Hold on, I'll hold it up. Just a little bit of a difference. Okay, so these just get folded in half. This is a smaller one. And this is the regular size, larger paper base. Okay, so on here, I'm going to use that one kind of diamond shaped die, and I'm going to purposely put it a bit close to the edge, and then I'm just going to make sure that these points are parallel with the edge of the paper, and then the same with these points are parallel with the top and the bottom. And there's just a little bit, it's off to the one side, so there's just a little bit holding it all together right there. Okay, so I'm going to run this through my machine. Here it is. And then I'm going to stamp on it. And the stamp is just a little bit too big for this card front, but that's okay. It's just supposed to act as a background. Okay, so that's right in place. And here's Pool Party. And this one is the Layers of Beauty stamp. Okay. it's really hard to hold on to something this big, so usually I take the paper, put it on top, but because I have the piece already cut out, I can't really do that. I guess I could. Well, I'm just going to try putting it right on top of there. I know a lot of people have a hard time holding on to these blocks. And another thing is it being polymer, I should have a pad underneath it. I could still do that. Because polymer, unlike the cling, the red rubber, it has the pad built right in. There's no pad on this one, on polymer, which makes it more economical. But I think the cling stamps just a little bit better. Okay, so it goes like this, right here, and I guess it all fits on there. Okay, and then before I just flip this over and clean it off, I'm going to use the second generation or the Stamp Off on right here because I want that really light so you could write your message right over the top of it. If it was full strength, it's just a little bit darker. So that is right onto here. Okay, so take that off. And if it doesn't stamp perfect, that's fine because it's supposed to act as a background and a lot of it will be covered up anyhow. So take this and just put it at the bottom corner. Diagonal. Just really light, which is part of the plan. It's a little splotchy, but that's okay. I could try it. Do this. Then stamp off. Then flip it over. And I'll take whichever one is best. I think this one is a little better. Okay, so this is for the inside, that's for the top, and we'll work on this in just a minute. Okay, so this is here, that gets folded. This is a piece that's just a little bit more narrow, not by much, and I'm going to stamp on here to full strength, and I'll do that right on top of here. And you don't have to be worried about getting it lined up just because the stamp is so big, and again, it's just acting as a background. And if you try to center it on the paper, it ends up that it almost lines up anyhow. Okay, so it's going to open like that, so I'll put it right here. And I might have it tilted a little bit, but again, it's not important that it's perfectly lined up when you put that diamond right on here. Okay, it's very faint. So that's good. So let's get these pieces back. Okay, so this is ready to get glued into here. I just want to make sure it's not hanging over here, and while the glue is still wet, that's flat, put that in as far as I can, so that when you look at it, it's almost lined up, and then this just gets glued down flat. So it's kind of like, because it's showing through, it's decorating the top of the card and the inside layer. So, inside layer decorated, top of the card decorated. Okay, that's good. So, inside pieces, since they're right here, before we do the front, let's stamp the happy birthday at the bottom. Happy birthday at the bottom and time to celebrate at the top and the butterfly. And we'll do that in Memento, just because the butterfly will be colored with the blends. So time to celebrate. Doesn't look like I got good ink coverage. That's nice. And then down here, happy birthday. And then the little butterfly. See a little fuzzy on it. Okay, and then to color, we'll be coloring the front too. I have some colors over here. And the little butterfly is Daffodil Dark, Lemon Lolly Light, and Lemon Lolly Dark. And then around the outside edge is Pool Party, just to accentuate the butterfly a bit. So, Daffodil Dark, just in the center. I usually like to wait until the Memento dries a little bit more, but that's okay. Then Lemon Lolly Dark. Then Lemon Lolly Light. And we'll do a little bit more coloring on the front. And as I'm coloring this butterfly, there are hints of the Pool Party in there. And you just color over them. Then I'll do Pool Party around all of the butterfly. Let me show you the difference. When you do and you don't, it's not much of a difference, but I think it accentuates. This one has the Pool Party around the outside edge. This one doesn't. I think it makes the white tips of the wings stand out just a little bit more. Pool Party Light. Oop. It is not precise at all. And I could take time to blend the Pool Party Light, the edges of it, so it's like in between white and Pool Party Light. But because it's so faint and it's kind of the theme of this whole card project, I'm just going to leave it as is. Okay, so just a piece of plain white. And I know this is a little excessive in layers, but it sure looks good. And then the next step is Wink of Stella on the butterfly. And if you haven't tried Wink of Stella, it's kind of understated, but it's really pretty. So I think if I did it on something dark, you could see it a little bit better than on white. So you could see it going on. Do you see how that kind of sparkles? And in person it sparkles a lot better. So just Stella all over. And we'll be using Winged Stella on the front of the card too. Okay, so the inside is done. Oh, a few bling. 3 bling. So I'll do big one, a little one, and a little one. And that kind of goes with the iridescent of the sparkle of Stella. Okay, so inside is done. So to do the outside, I'm going to stamp the butterfly, the words for you, in Memento. So this set has 2 butterflies that are great for coloring in. This one would be awesome to color in. These you could stamp them in a solid color, and there's a die to cut them out. And the dies come with butterfly tummies. And on the next project, I'll show you the butterfly body that goes with these 2 wings. Okay, so butterfly. Sideways butterfly. And for you, I'm going to use the edge of the paper because I'm going to hand trim it with my snips. And if I get it right up here, and if I get it straight, yeah, I only have 2 sides to trim now, rather than all 4. So in here, I have dies for this butterfly and this butterfly. But let me trim off this for you first. And you could do it however close you want. So here's the butterflies ready to color. Let me see, how is that? That's crooked. This is, I like how small that is. I think this needs to be a little bit closer to the words, and that needs to be a little closer to the words. Good. Good. And once you get it on the card, you're not really going to be focusing on the perfection of the trimming. There, that'll do. Okay, let's color these butterflies. So the little one, I have a hint more yellow in it. And the big one, I have peach pie and petal pink and a little bit of yellow. And lemon lolly light. I want to leave a little bit of white in there, just so it looks really delicate and light colored. Okay, that one's done. Then to color this one, peach pie, dark. mostly on the outside edges. Sometimes it's nice to have a sample in front and you just copy. When I did the sample, I was thinking it through, but it's nice just to copy it. And if you're making this project, I'll put these projects on my blog, and it'll have close-up pictures of the coloring, so you too can just copy. Okay, so that was Peach Pie Dark. Next is Peach Pie Light. Stretching it out just a little bit further. I'm trying to save room for Petal Pink, which is just like another hint even lighter. Does each section of the butterfly really need 4 colors? Probably not, but it looks good. Peach Pie Dark. I think it's just going to all be Peach Pie Dark. Oop, I didn't color that little section on this one. And then a hint of yellow on the centers. So here I'm going to do Lemon Lolly only. So here, Lemon Lolly Dark. And Lemon Lolly Light. And then just leave the middle part of all of these wings as white. See how there's the white section? And if you look at this really hard, you're going to say, your 2 sides are not equal, but that's okay. Especially if you put Stella on it. So these are similar. That'll do. Okay, I think we're done coloring. So on the white circle, white oval, let me get that. That is the linked together dies. We did the diamond. So now the oval is just on a piece of white paper. Run through the machine, and look at this little detail on here. It's really sweet. So that's here. So this I'm going to stamp with the Pool Party Floral just at the bottom. And then I'm going to use a blending brush to apply a little bit of Pool Party to the top and the bottom. Which flower? Which part? I think I did this one on the sample, so let's do this one. You can leave this open because we'll do the blending brush here soon. Just at the bottom. Okay. Blending brush. So I left the middle all white. Okay, then we need just a few more elements for decorating, which are right here. So these I'm going to do bigger one, little one in gold, and then these leaves, big one and little one in Lost Lagoon. So it's just 4 pieces. And look how delicate those are. They're really nice. Okay, so this white oval is going to be put on dimensionals and put right here in the center of this diamond. So I just put four or five on. Right in the middle. And I'll put the 4U on. So I'll put glue underneath the U and a half a mini dimensional under the 4. Because I did that other project earlier today, I've got this one ready to roll. So half a mini, and then just a hint of glue right there. That will go right here. And I'm trying to line it up with this point. Okay. So now our butterflies. So the butterflies, I'm going to take it, and you know what? I'm going to cut this just a little bit further, because see by his antlers how it's still the white paper. I'm going to just cut that just a little bit tighter. It's a good thing there's a die. It does most of the work. But see the difference? Just a little bit. But for what I'm going to be doing with it, where I'm going to be putting the wings up on dimensionals and the butterfly tummy with glue, it helps to have the antlers separated. So now I'm going to fold from the black tummy, the wing, same over here, and mini on the edges. And then glue all over here. I'm going to work just a little bit quick because I want to tuck some of the Lost Lagoon pieces underneath this area that I'm gluing. So I'll put it like this. Then the Lost Lagoon pieces are going to go right here. And I'm going to try to keep the leafings inside of this angled, this diamond, just because I don't want them to get hung up when the card is being opened and closed. Okay, so I got that tucked in. Let me see if I could just put some glue. It doesn't take much glue to hold it in place. Okay, that's good. Now this one. Okay. I'll let the glue start to dry and then I'll push it down further. And then this one is going to come up over here. And the little one is easy to keep inside this diamond shape. Okay. And then the big one, gold, will go over the Lost Lagoon. So I'll put glue just at the bottom of the gold leaf, because the rest is kind of floating. I'm putting that one right in the middle. And I like with the way that the Lost Lagoon kind of accentuates the gold, makes it stand out a little more. That might need a mini dimensional, a half. Okay, so this one can go right there. And this this little one. Hopefully it's not too big. It can go right here. Just so it's hiding. Okay, that's good. And then there's just this little gold piece, and that's going to go right down here too. Okay, that's good. Now we need some bling and our little half flutter right there. So let me trim up these antenna like the other ones. I didn't on this one. See how I left them whole? And this part is stuck down with glue, and there's a dimensional under here. But because I did the first one, let's see how it looks with the second one. Okay, there, that looks pretty good, huh? Okay, so I'm going to fold it because that part's going to get glue. And then do a couple mini dimensionals on the wings to have them pop up. That could go right here. So the butterflies are kind of flying together. Okay, so need some bling. Did I do bling on the inside? Yes. So put on 3 bling on the outside. This keeps popping up. Let's make sure that it's folded good. A little bit better. Okay, some bling. 3. So I'll do 1 big and 2 little this time. So how about right here? 1, 2, 3. Okay, now Stella, Wink of Stella, is going to go all over the butterfly. And if you can't see this going on, when I take pictures for the video thumbnail, I'll make sure you could see it. And then also on my blog, there'll be a few pictures that definitely show the Wink of Stella. It's so much fun. So it's on the butterflies. So if ever it's like, oh, my brush is running dry, give this just a little bit of a squeeze. I think it even says push on the side, but not too much, because then you'll get a big old drip of it. And I'm also going to put it on this pool party stamped background. And it doesn't have to be precise. If you color outside the lines, this time it's okay. You know, understated elegance is the best way to go. Okay, getting there. The leaves. And because it's so delicate, if you don't get, like I'm doing the flower right now, if you don't get it 100% covered, it's fine. It dries clear, and it's just such a fine little shimmer. It's okay if you're not exactly perfect, and you can always add more. And if ever you're watercoloring, you could put this into a block that has ink on it, and you can do coloring with Stella too. I've done that a few times. But today's project just wants clear with a hint of gold. Okay, I think that's it. not in here, just on there. I'll do a little bit on here, on the white oval. Okay. Then the butterfly. We did that butterfly and that butterfly. I think that's it. That is it for today's project. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, hit the like, subscribe, and share button. It's great when you share it. If you like the project, you share it, and you can tell your friends, hey, let's do this one together. Okay, have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.